What is going on, everybody? My name is Northy, and today I am here for what I'm pretty sure is a very, very exciting team coach review, obviously for round 6 of the AFL season. However, this one I've been informed already that apparently I've done well. I do like trying to keep it a surprise as long as I can, but I have been given a bit of a result. Shout out to CJG, who also plays the game a lot alongside me, as I hope many of you who watch these videos do as well. However, some really, really exciting stuff here today. Bit of an unexpected win. I have given it away there. So we will go onto the Teamcoach website, but we should be met with a prize winner. You've won a prize card. I love to see it. I think it's back-to-back weeks now, so we are smashing it in the prizes. Did well in some places, not so well in others, but it's good to see this screen every now and then. Very, very good. That's 2 weeks in a row now, can confirm. But we'll have that on the bottom. Now, I will start with top team this week because I believe it is in Star Power, so I would like to show that off towards the end. But this team was the winner for me last week, and it's fair to say it did not repeat. It was alright. Like, Jack Crisp wasn't the best this week with only 87. Like, Vlosten and Wiedering just absolutely smashed it. There's definitely a Carlton fan out there who's very happy with how well Wiedering did, but we've also got a Jack Steele. He had a pretty performance. Obviously, the 30 disposals, 8 tackles, 3 marks, and a win. That's really, really good in the context of the season. Like, that's super good, especially the Saints being so good this season. But 94 points in team coach terms means not good enough. So, I'm sorry, Jack, but that is unfortunate for you. But we go over to Ruckman. I'm interested to see who won. It was Riley O'Brien. He does have a few standout performances, and he was sure to have one this time around. Maxi Gawn tied second with Nank, and Brody Grundy even up there, telling me to shut up a little bit with the words I gave him last week. But Tim English did not play. I'm not too sure why he didn't, but maybe some people forgot about it, and that would have let them down. Could have put our positioning even higher. But Maxi Gawn did pretty well, and Bailey Smith was damn near invisible. Really quite the opposite from how we did last week. I don't think there's going to be too much change for him. I think he's going to stay in the team. But just overall, a really disappointing performance from the Doggies. You see, Bont was only 1 point higher, so nothing really I could do there. Maybe would have picked someone else like, Charlie Cameron, maybe Tom Hawkins. Tom Hawkins I still probably wouldn't have picked. Bont would have been the other pick, and it only would have been 1 extra point. So I don't think we got any winning, we've got any prize cards this week, because I think altogether it's a little, it'd be like 350, maybe a little higher than 350. But we will find that out right now. We got, well, I was right, a little bit higher than 350. And rank 141. That is a lot higher than I was expecting. Gee, so you did have to get 400 this week if you were to get a prize card. The likes of Dunkley and Wiedering and Vlosten, and that would have done it. Vlosten, I don't know how many people would have picked him, but definitely not a bad one. You'll notice that top 4 for the most part is full of people who aren't necessarily top 10 players. Like F. Macca, this one here, who came first for the week, this is his first time playing. It's pretty interesting, but immediately gets himself a pretty good placement. I wish I could have done a little bit better, but nonetheless, our season ranking still sits pretty low. Number 13 for the season is very, very good. I'm trying to get myself into the top 10 somewhere. I'd like to see whether I can get myself a decent prize card somewhere, or whether I can get a prize for finishing top 10 for a season. I don't know what it is for that. I'd assume that number 1 gets something, but I don't think it mentions anywhere here what being like the top 10 for the season will get you, if it gets you anything, or if it's just top 1. I'm not too sure, but we're very, very close to the rank 10. I'm hoping to get there very, very soon. But I have been given information that Bod is actually a subscriber of the channel. He's ranked 5 for top team, top 4 even. Really, really stunning stuff. I wish I could have kept up with it this week. Obviously, getting rank 1 last week was huge. Rank 141 this time around is nowhere close. So we go over to top 18 and a few things here and there. The likes of Brayshaw is actually a pretty decent pick. He got himself 96 points, but No one over 100 for the midfield is an instant killer. It's like an instant killer for me. Petrarca was really quiet, like a lot quieter than I expected him to be. And like he averages 91 points, so the fact he only pulled out 68 is kind of shocking. We go over here, and our forwards were really the ones that pulled it out. Tom Hawkins, again, he played against North. I was expecting it. Jeremy Cameron was the one I should have gone with, apparently. I completely forgot that Jeremy Cameron is also a very good forward. But Bonson there as well, he wasn't going to do too great for me. We lined it up 3 in a row there. And then we've also got ourselves Danaher and Jackson. Danaher had 3, but only got himself 50. And Jackson didn't kick any goals, but obviously being a ruckman, got himself in there every now and then. This is shaping up to be a really, really poor week. We go over to our backline, and the backline, it's a little better. Jaden Short, we managed to pick out, which is good. Sicily did well, nearly 100. But yeah, this is not looking good at all for our week. Blitzarves, who's been legitimately playing like super well, just didn't have it in him this week. It was really interesting to see, especially Blitzarves coming up against North Melbourne. Although I know North Melbourne aren't going to get it into their forward 50 very often, Blitzarves could have at least pulled off a bit more impact. Maybe I'm asking too much of him, but I do not expect anything from this week, and it's a little unfortunate. We did get ourselves to rank 71, which isn't the worst, but definitely should have been a lot better. Rank 18 for the season now. Bod shows up again, so that's 2 prize cards for the week for him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went 3 for 3, because I've seen him on the Star Powers leaderboards. But that confirms where we find ourselves. Top team, pretty disappointing this week, if we're being completely honest. Would have liked to see ourselves in that top 10 area, but 71 is not what we're looking for. 18th for the season. We've got to start picking it up. We've got to try and pick out the good players now. We'll be seeing and having a look at the averages, finding out who's probably a bit better, watching the matchups to see where we can improve and strive for in the weekend. But really disappointing stuff there, unfortunately. Definitely hoping for a better round 7 in terms of top team, but can't ask for a better return in Star Powers, apparently. This team was surprisingly good. Parrish had a game. It only says 105 game points, but he had like 31 at halftime, and he looked primed and ready for an absolute ripper. Only the 105 points, so a little bit disappointing there, but I'm not too sure. I can't remember where Callum Mills is. Callum Mills had a game, and because I don't have the Sydney Swans best and fairest card, I can't actually check to see how many points he got. But all I remember was him having 162 AFL fantasy points, and that was enough for me to go, wow, I wish I had that card. But considering that last week, or before even the round started, I was telling myself, probably won't get anything here. The fact I've gotten one confirmed is pretty awesome. So, Parrish had a brilliant game despite the loss. Grundy actually pulled out a really, really decent performance. Only negative with Grundy is, unfortunately, he has been injured and reported to be out for 10 to 12 weeks. Then we go to Noah Anderson, who may have been the best future player for the week, which is awesome. Super good pickup there. Bailey Smith not having as well of a game as he usually does, but he probably will be picked up in the team very soon. Noah Anderson just smashed it for me this week, which is great to see. Luke Parker, he has a few on and offs here and there, but pulled it off this week. Went 1 point above the average, did what I needed him to do, and we love that from Luke Parker for sure. Got himself 81 points, and double that equals 162. And Charlie Cameron himself also had a game, being the best one that I've got here for the Indigenous and multicultural section. So the picking was great. I will also mention I planned to have picked Amon, and although Cameron did end up being better, I was told very last minute, and I will quickly find the comment. Shout out to Robert Hewitt, who mentioned to me at the last minute that Kyle Amon had actually been taken out of the final squad. It was just very last minute during the weekend that he was chucked back in there. So I didn't have anything to stress about really. But thankfully he let me know, and I gained an extra 11 points. So shout out to him. Thankfully Charlie Cameron had a really, really good game. Kyle Amon did too, so it wouldn't have been too crazy, I'd imagine, either way. But really happy with that pickup, especially if I was to have gone with Bradley Hill Star Powers again. That would have been an absolutely terrible pick. So Charlie Cameron doing big things for me. The moment of truth, though, to find out what place we got. We will be getting 200 here, And we will be getting 200 here. 210 and 208. So that gives me 418 off the bat. Then we go here to 162. Puts us in the high 580s, I believe. And then Parrish at 100. So 600 and close to 700 off the week. I'd even say more. So this will be interesting to see. We got ourselves 781. That would have gotten us the win last week. Holy, that is a beautiful one. That is incredible. Rank 4 for the week and puts us up to rank 15. That's awesome. Loving that. Gets us closer and closer. You see here, 200 points the difference between myself and number 8, who is Sorley, who had 5 more points. So unfortunately not catching up on him, but at least it's good to see us that high up. One disappointing thing is I don't see Bod here. And Bod was the dude who I mentioned would probably get it. And he hasn't. However, there is Jason Collectibles in here. That's good to see. I've seen Teal33. I've seen Brad Pitt a few times. Baba Yaga, I remember. GP, I think, is familiar. But number 4, there's our name right there. Luke1173 ends up coming away the winner. He is rank 113 now. It looks like he's played 2 weeks and gotten himself both high scores. So unfortunate that he had a late start, but seeing my name there at rank 15 gives me a lot of hope. We're in the top 20 for all 3 games. That's awesome. And performances like this, we're getting ourselves a 4th place in Star Powers. Super, super awesome. We were 20 points off of getting a 1st place finish or tied 1st. Would have been really, really nice to get. But a 4th place, I'm not complaining about at all. Gives ourselves a choice at the better cards. So we go over here, and the reason I say the better cards is because the Star Powers have all the star players there. I've already picked up Dustin Martin. That was a beautiful one to pick up. However, I did mention a certain player, but I do want to show off that top team has all these ones. You can see here, they've got the likes of Lukosius, Whitfield, Cozzy Pickett, Zach Merritt. All that stuff's super cool, but I think everyone would agree probably not as notable as this higher tier here. So we've got all these players to pick from. Getting a top 4 finish is very, very nice, but even if we were 30th, it still gives us a chance. So I'm going to quickly have a look, and I told myself if it wasn't this player, it was Dusty, and if it was Dusty, it was going to be this player. The next time I got a chance, and I have to pick him, it's Buddy Franklin. He had the 1,000 goal game during the week that I got the Dustin Martin card, I believe. So, not going to make the mistake and miss out on him this time. Lance Franklin, you are coming with me. Just like that, we have now gotten ourselves our 2nd Star Powers prize card for this season. An absolutely incredible week. I don't know how else to describe it. Just awesome stuff to be getting another prize card, especially considering how poor our top team was this week. It is great to see that we made up for it with a Star Powers win. That's super cool. I do believe that it's better than the top team ones. However, I definitely want to collect as many top team cards as I can. However, it just means that we need to be more on top of it next week. It's going to be really, really tough. But seeing ourselves with 2 ones next to Lance Franklin and Dustin Martin, having both of them coming my way. I've already got the Dusty, but the Lance Franklin coming my way. I'm super pumped to see him arrive. He's going to be so sick. It's going to be a nice little collection we've got going now, with a lot of exciting news as well. Obviously, our team did really, really well this week, and getting a number 4 is awesome. Oh, cool. It tells you what prize cards you've won. For tips and top team, we got Jaden Stevenson, and for Star Powers, Dusty and Lance. That's actually super cool. I like that. Hopefully, this will be looking awesome by the end of the year. But what a week. A lot of things are shaping out. It seems that at the moment, we are cementing ourselves a top 20 spot for every single game, which is awesome. Do not want to let it go after a 781 point performance. We cannot allow ourselves to fall behind at any point. So obviously our goal, as I mentioned, is to try and climb up into that top 10. And it's more than possible. It is more than possible. As you can see, some of the players in the top 10 did not make it. Baba Yaga becomes number 1. Bod is out. I believe he'll be number 2 if I was to be guessing. I can't remember. I can't know for sure though. But we check top 30 or all the players that we got here. 669 was the lowest you could get. So realistically, you could have gotten a 600-point week and still not have made it, which is crazy to think about. So thank God our picks turned out well, especially considering how poor they were last week. So really, really nice. I just want to quickly check. Even if we had picked Amon, still would have finished 4th. So thankfully, didn't have any worries last week when it comes to the team coach tips and the team. Oh, before I do anything else, I need to check how that went because I don't think it was our greatest week. You see all the matchups here. We go to my score. We got ourselves down here, round 6, 6 out of 9. A bit of a disappointing one. Few that could have gone here or there. Actually, now that I think about it, a really close week in terms of getting a perfect run. If the Dogs had managed to beat the Adelaide Crows or even got themselves just over, that would make it 7. I think a lot of people would have gotten that wrong, but again, that cuts off a game. Hawthorn had the lead for most of the game, and then the Swans buried them in the 4th quarter, which was crazy to see. Because Hawthorn recently against Carlton, didn't they? They stormed back and nearly beat them. So that was very interesting. And the Essendon versus Collingwood game, a really, really good Anzac Day match. That was super sick to see. But Essendon going down against Collingwood, and things do not look good down at Essendon at the moment. I don't know how they've managed to turn out this poor this season after making the finals last year. It's just the Essendon curse. It's tough for them. So an 11-point loss is not too great. I really thought they would have pulled it over the line. But some picks to point out. Melbourne versus Richmond, I mentioned I was very nervous about that. And for good reasons. Melbourne nearly kicked themselves out of the game. But thankfully they got their head back in it and beat Richmond by 22. Fremantle versus Carlton. A lot of people would have said this was an easy pick, but I think it was a lot more difficult than it shows. Carlton for the first half had kept it close, but Fremantle managed to kick it away quite late into the 3rd quarter, I believe. I can't remember 100%, but that was a really, really nice pick. It was a home game, so I did expect it to happen. Manuka Oval, GWS versus St Kilda. Super entertaining game to watch. Nice to see Saints get over the top there. And great to see Port Adelaide end their winless season in style. That's really, really good to see with a thrashing of the Eagles. So they've got a lot to kind of look at themselves with. It looks like it's going to be a tough year for a West Coast fan, but join the party because North Melbourne also got thumped by 60. And then Brisbane beating Gold Coast by 52, which is a little disappointing from a Gold Coast perspective, but high scoring game and good on the Brisbane Lions doing what they probably needed to do. So that brings us to the end of the video. What an entertaining week. I'm super happy with my results. Hopefully you guys are super happy with yours too. We'll see how it all goes next week, but so far, as I mentioned, we got top 20s everywhere. We got 15 here, then we go over to top team and we got ourselves 13 here, and then 18 here. So let's make sure we keep that all up. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to leave a like, comment down below any video ideas, suggestions, constructive criticism. It's all very much appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. So thank you all so much for watching these videos. And I'll see you all in the round 7 preview. Goodbye.